What if I told you that being wrong is not so bad? Think about it for a moment. We often feel a little sad or silly when we make a mistake. But what if this feeling is not the whole story? What if being wrong could actually help us? What if it is a secret door to learning something new and exciting? Many people think of wrong as an end, a stop sign, a failure. But this is a very limited way to see it. Imagine you are trying to solve a puzzle. You try one piece and it does not fit. Is that a total failure? Or is it just information? You now know that piece does not go there. This helps you find the right place for it. Being wrong can be just like that. It is not always a bad ending. It can be a helpful guide. It can show us a different way to look at things. It can point us towards a better answer, a new idea. Being wrong can be the very first step towards understanding something deeply. When we realize we are wrong, our brain wakes up. It says, wait, something is different here. This is a chance to learn. If we are always right, or if we think we are always right, our brain does not get this chance. It stays comfortable. But comfort does not always mean growth. Where does this fear of being wrong come from? For many of us, it starts when we are very young. Think about school. When you got an answer wrong on a test, what happened? Maybe you saw a big red mark. Maybe you felt a little embarrassed in front of your friends. These small moments can teach us that being wrong is something to avoid. We start to believe that good students or smart people always get things right. This idea can stick with us for a very long time. It shapes how we feel about making any kind of mistake. This fear can be quite strong. It can make us afraid to try new things. If we think we might fail or get something wrong, we might decide not to even start. Why risk feeling bad? It seems safer to stick to what we already know, what we are good at. But when we do this, we miss out on so many chances to learn and grow. Life is full of new experiences and challenges. If we are too scared of making a mistake, we build small walls around ourselves. These walls keep us safe, but they also keep out new knowledge and new skills. Society often adds to this pressure. We see people who seem to always have the right answers. Sometimes, the biggest breakthroughs happen because someone made a mistake. This is true in science, in art, and in our own lives. Consider the story of penicillin, a very important medicine. Alexander Fleming, a scientist, was not trying to discover it. He went on holiday and left some bacteria dishes in his lab. When he came back, he noticed mold had grown on one dish, and around the mold, the bacteria were gone. This was an accident, a mistake in his experiment. He could have just thrown it away, but Fleming was curious. He looked closer at this wrong dish. He realized that the mold was producing something that killed bacteria. This accidental discovery changed medicine forever. It saved millions of lives. If he had been too focused on his original plan, or too quick to dismiss the unexpected result, this amazing discovery might not have happened. This shows us that sometimes, when things do not go as planned, something even better can emerge. The unexpected path can lead to the most wonderful destinations. There is a special kind of smartness that comes from admitting you do not know everything. This is called intellectual humility. It sounds like a big phrase, but it is quite simple. It means being aware that your knowledge has limits. It means being comfortable saying, I don't know the answer to that, or I might be wrong about this. This is not a sign of weakness. In fact, it is a sign of great strength and wisdom. It shows that you are open and ready to learn more from the world around you. Why is this so important for learning? Well, if you think you already know everything, why would you listen to new ideas? Why would you try to learn something new? You would not. Your mind would be closed. Intellectual humility opens that door. When you admit you do not know something, you become curious. You start to ask questions. You listen more carefully to others. You are more willing to explore different viewpoints. This is how real learning happens. We all have something called an ego. Our ego is a part of us that wants to feel good about ourselves. It wants to feel important and smart. There is nothing wrong with wanting to feel good, but sometimes our ego can get in the way of learning. This happens when our ego becomes too focused on always being right. It starts to believe that being wrong means we are not smart or not good enough. This can make it very difficult for us to accept when we have made a mistake. When our ego is in charge, it can be very hard to say those simple words. I was wrong. Even if deep down we know we made a mistake, our ego might try to protect us. It might make us argue, even when we see the other person has a good point. it easier for others to be open with you too.